dirty secrets behind Jamie Dornan's divorce, assets, betrayal, and the name that shocked Hollywood. The London night was drenched in cold rain. In the middle of the posh Kensington neighborhood, Jamie Dornan's grey stone mansion was still lit on the second floor, though it was well past midnight. Yellow light filtered through the glass windows, reflecting the silhouette of a man standing silently in front of a large mirror. Jamie looked at himself, tangled brown hair, tired eyes, wrinkled shirt. He no longer recognized the person in the mirror. On the table, a thick file lay open, Dornan vs. Warner, divorce settlement. The words were as cold as a knife. The phone rang. His personal lawyer, David Hensley, was calling. "Jamie, I just heard from her. Amelia is demanding 50% ownership of the production company you recently invested in Dublin." Jamie frowned. "No way, she was never involved in that project." "I know," David replied, his voice low. "But she said it was marital property. And it seems her lawyers are trying to prove you shared the account in the early investments." A heavy sigh sounded. Jamie walked to the window, looking down at the rain-slicked street. "She didn't have to," he said quietly, as if to himself. "I was willing to share everything, but this is war." 3 days later, Amelia appeared before the media for the first time since the divorce news broke. She wore a simple white dress, her face calm but her eyes hard. In front of dozens of cameras, she simply said, "No marriage breaks up because of one person. I don't want to talk about money. I just want fairness." That sentence, just the last 4 words, immediately appeared in every headline. "I just want fairness." The tabloids began to explode. Jamie Dornan accused of hiding huge assets. Amelia Warner, the woman betrayed. $150 million war between Hollywood heartthrob and secretive wife. Jamie slammed the newspaper down on the table when he read those lines. "They're making me out to be the worst person in the world," he said hoarsely. His manager, Olivia, standing next to him, sighed softly. "You should be quiet now, Jamie. The media is hunting for blood. Anything you say can be twisted, but I can't be quiet when they're twisting it like that," Jamie growled. "I never cheated on her." Olivia looked at him, her eyes mixed with sympathy. "Sometimes, the truth is less important than the story people want to believe." That evening, Amelia returned to her apartment in Notting Hill. In the warm room, she sat alone at the piano. She lightly touched the keys, a faint melody playing, the song she had written for Jamie the year they got married. The sound echoed, mixed with the sound of the rain outside. She stopped, her hands trembling. On the table was an unsent letter, a confession she had not dared to say. No one knew that, behind that calm exterior, Amelia was keeping a secret that could destroy the image of the perfect man that the world worshipped. She whispered to herself, "Jamie, if you have chosen that path, I will not back down." The first day of the trial took place in a heavy atmosphere. The press crowded in front of the royal court. Jamie arrived with David, his face cold as a statue. Amelia followed behind, walking slowly but her eyes did not waver. They passed each other, 2 people who had been together for more than 10 years, now only 2 fronts. In the courtroom, Amelia's lawyer, the renowned lawyer Marianne Cole, presented new evidence, shady transfers from Jamie's company to a Swiss investment fund. "Your Honor," Marianne said sharply, "this is evidence of hidden assets. We have reason to believe that Mr. Dornan deliberately moved profits offshore before filing for divorce." Jamie clenched his fists. He turned to David and whispered, "What the hell? I don't know anything about that fund." David frowned. If there were real transactions, someone used your name. In that moment, Jamie remembered a name, Marcus Kane, his former business partner, whom he had fired for financial fraud. No way, Jamie whispered. Marianne continued, and we have a witness ready to testify about these transfers. A man who was Mr. Dornan's personal financial advisor. The room erupted in whispers. David looked at Jamie, his face pale. Who is that witness? Marianne smiled faintly. Mr. Marcus Kane. Jamie felt his heart drop to the bottom. Everything was being pulled into a spiral he could not control. That evening, Jamie drove to Marcus's old office in central London. The building was dark, but one room was lit. He entered without knocking. Marcus was sitting, sipping his wine, smiling knowingly. I knew you would come, Jamie. What the hell are you doing? Jamie growled. You know I don't hide money. Marcus shrugged. Maybe, but I'm just telling you what I know. And I'm paid very well to tell that story. Jamie grabbed Marcus by the collar, pushing him against the wall. Who hired you? Marcus smirked. The person you thought would never betray you. Jamie's eyes darkened. Amelia, her whisper. Marcus just smiled, not answering. But the smile was enough for Jamie to understand, this wasn't just a divorce mission, it was a hunt. He stepped back, taking notes. 100 questions were running through his head, but only one thing was clear. Someone was out to destroy him. And that person might be the person he had loved most.